once again, the last night of camp. The evening air is warm and the ground is probably damp. And we are gathered here together where the year is burned and know that over the past 7 weeks there are many things that we have learned. So listen up, get ready, hold your friends tight, for there is magic in the air that we are sharing tonight. Because tomorrow we part ways and head in different directions, but deep down what makes us special is our summer connections. Schodack is more than a camp, more than just our summer home. It's a place filled with love where we're never really alone. It is memories and moments filled with wonder and treasure, and its true impact on each of us is not something we can measure. So before you now, I'll try and put our whole summer into rhyme as we all relax, kick back, and think about our time. For it is raced by in the blink of an eye, and I cannot promise that this poem won't make a few of you cry. Our summer was delayed. It should have started last year, when COVID was a monster that we all did fear. But we quarantined, joined Zoom, and played online with our friends, and quietly counted down the time, because a summer without camp we could not comprehend. But the time eventually passed, and our bags got packed, because summer 21 was happening, that was a fact. So we jumped onto planes and onto trains and into cars, and we travelled to Nassau, New York, from both near and from far. And then we got here and it rained, then it rained, and it rained some more. And then just when we were done, yeah, it rained a little more. But we smiled and we played and did the best that we could, because even a summer of Schodack in the rain can be good. We may have been missing a few staff members, but our staff are amazing. So we had Spec to lead the LTs at soccer, for which they need praising. And Biko and Amelia may have got here late, but they still coached everything. And before we knew it, the summer was in full swing. There were shows and special events to keep us entertained, even on the days where, yeah, it continued to rain. The first were the Magic Masters, who played against the staff team that we picked, and Kevin Showboat and his boys let us know that you got tricked. We also had the inflatables and the Kona ice truck, but then the rain came again and we thought we were out of luck. Luckily, the Incredibles were here to save the day and beat Professor Persuasion so we could get 2 day underway. 1 day of inflatables just wasn't enough, even though racing through those courses was super tough. So we brought in water slides and s'mores egg rolls to sweeten the deal, and like a normal summer, it finally began to feel. Even though Talent Show was outside for one night, seeing the rec hall steps lit up with performers was quite a sight. Frankenstein's Vermonster won the Super Senior Boys at Talent Show, and at Lip Stink, the CIT's Mamma Mia set the whole playhouse aglow. Kit and Jess hosted Mill Camp's messiest day ever, and Doug had the whole camp hunting the soccer field for treasure. We made boats to sail in the pool and waved our bunk flags, and at the variety show, Lily Ramsey made us all laugh with frog gags. Issa and River made us feel special singing the birthday song, and the LTs not going to Canada may have felt a little wrong, but even though they didn't get across the border, they still went to the Doff House, and the Super Junior boys turned the quad into a madhouse. The Super Seniors went to Lions Lake and surely had a blast, eating pizza, playing pool, and generally having a laugh. And whilst the Cedar Girls set up a salon to help us get pampered and relax, how come we don't get jumbo cookies for night snacks? We had BMX stunt shows with crowd favourite Chippy, who did stunts and tricks on a 360 flippy. We rocked crocs and traded gibbets and sang songs every day, and during Third Comer's Choice we lay in the grass and we played. The inflatable obstacle courses were a challenge, quite the competition, but certainly no match for Eric the Magician, who made campers levitate and things disappear. And by the way, the cat came back, in case you didn't hear. There were things that changed this year, like a silent disco for celebration, and the staff had 2 full weeks for their orientation, and the bunks were named after trees, and Apache became the relay, but the bunk names aren't what matters when you're out in the sun getting to play. The LTs got a new chill-out space with their very own lounge, and the staff got used to their new version of the clownge. And if you go up the Corral Hill, your eyes did not deceive, for horseback was being taught by the one and only Cowboy Steve. One of the most popular things this summer was surely Chef Hess and his new camper kitchen where we got to cook and make a mess. We lovingly booed Braden for evals every time he stood up, and congrats to the Oak Girls for winning the Cleanliness Cup. The Art Shack couldn't keep up with the demand for your beads, and 8,000 yards of paracord still didn't meet your needs. But we still gathered around to watch rockets fly as we cupped our hands over our eyes and watched them paint trails across the sky. Junior girls got together to throw a birthday party where the first part of the afternoon was making their hats arty. Then they whacked pinatas until candy rained from above. It was truly an afternoon the whole division did love. The Super Junior girls decided to hold a spa day where the plan was to kick back and not worry about play. With cucumber water, pink lights and a face mask, picking the right shade of nail polish was their most strenuous task. At lineups we gathered to find shade under the rec hall tree, and how could I forget to mention, we've been 50 days COVID-free. And our own little camp bubble, we have been gathered together, and I think more than a few of us wish this could go on forever. But tribals drew near, and we knew something special was in the air, as our specs have always been known for their flair. So it was no surprise that Indiana Gummins appeared up high in the sky. But Tribals wasn't breaking, it was just a ruse, just a lie. When Tribals did break, it was early the following morning when the whole camp was woken just as day was dawning, and we all gathered all together to drink hot chocolate and eat snacks as we heard the familiar sound of an arrow as it snaps. The event was kicked off when a new tribal story was born, and in the first few days we had 3 blister days and a storm. But our spirits weren't dampened, we were spurred on by competition, because having fun with our friends was our only mission. We had hatchet hunts and challenges and games, there were myriad. We even managed to sneak in a Sycamore Boys extra period. Finally, we all came together in the playhouse to sing out loud, and in the final team speeches, our generals and captains made us feel proud. Alas, the end is now near, as all great things must come to an end. But I know that you're leaving this summer with new friends. And summer isn't about winning, it's not about chasing the glory. It's about the little things, the moments, like the message in Paul's story. So if I could leave you now with a pearl of wisdom or two, take it from this veteran, there's no reason to be blue. For Schodack is not gone, it's right here in our hearts. And tomorrow morning, guess what? The countdown to summer 22 finally starts. That's when we'll do all of this over again. It'll be different, but somehow still the same. And we'll have more tribals and activities and Ultra Leagues games. How will you explain this to all your home friends? They just won't understand how we spend our weeks and weekends. And sure, the first meal home will be quiet with no stacking game, or all of your friends sat round cheering your name. But they'll be out there feeling the same as you do, just counting down the days until summer 22. So look forward to how we will all sing and play, because the next summer is only 315 days away. And then we'll have a whole nother summer to be with our friends and cry and laugh, and we'll get to see the second years graduate and join us on staff. I'm almost at the end now. Summer 21 has sure been a blast, but man, how has the summer flown by quite so fast. I'd say take one last look above at that cloudy Schodack sky, because tomorrow is the time when just for now we say goodbye. So once again, hold those friends tight and cherish this moment right here, because it's the last night of camp, the burning of the year. Any moment now, those numbers will burst into flames, marking the end of the summer, the end of our games. But one last thing before I go, there's never been any place quite like this one. So it really doesn't matter that this summer is now done. What's important, what really matters, is each and every one of you, and that we keep sharing Schodack, living 10 months for 2. Thanks, everyone.